mid-October, Sue, Willow, and I began a 2-week trip traveling from Columbus to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park for the fall colors. This was our 3rd visit to the Smokies in the fall, a beautiful time of year to visit. We stayed at the Elkmont Campground and the Cades Cove Campground in the National Park. Our plan included exploring much of the Great Smoky Mountains. We drove multiple times from Tennessee on US 441 over the mountains to the North Carolina side of the Smokies, with its many overlooks and stops, and then continuing our drive on the Blue Ridge Parkway to Balsam Mountain. We did a little off-road driving off the Cades Cove Loop, including the Rich Mountain Road and Parson Branch Road. We also drove the Little River Gorge Road multiple times, the Roaring Fork Road, and the Foothills Parkway with its many overlooks. We are chronicling our trip to the Great Smoky Mountains in a series of videos. This video, Episode 3, finishes our trip to the Smoky Mountains and provides highlights of our drive on the Little River Gorge Road and Foothills Parkway, and covers the Cades Cove area, including the campground. After leaving Elkmont Campground, we followed the Little River Gorge Road to the Cades Cove Campground. This scenic 13-mile stretch winds alongside the rushing Little River with pull-offs that invite you to pause and take in the surroundings. Along the way, the trees occasionally open up to reveal glimpses of the surrounding mountains rising above the gorge. A favorite stop is the Sinks, where the river suddenly narrows and plunges through a rocky chute in a powerful cascade. During our fall drives, bursts of colors lined the road and reflected off the water, making it even more special. A peaceful and fitting journey. It's one of our favorite drives in the Great Smoky Mountains, and we found ourselves returning to it often during our stay. So we're driving the Little River Road between Cades Cove and Elkmont. It's about a 13-mile stretch. The road that we've driven many times. It's just beautiful. The Little River right now, currently on our left. Cades Cove Campground sits in a peaceful valley surrounded by the Smoky Mountains with 159 shaded, spacious sites. We enjoyed several walks around the campground, taking in the fall colors and relaxing at our campsite. In past years, we've spotted deer and black bears here, though none appeared during our stay this year. Its central location and easy access to trails and historic buildings make it a serene and scenic hub for exploring the area. We also used it as our base to drive the Foothills Parkway and of course the Cades Cove Loop Road. From the Cades Cove Campground, we headed out to the Foothills Parkway, a popular and memorable fall drive in the Smoky Mountains. Stretching nearly 33 miles along the edge of the mountains, the parkway offers sweeping overlooks where layers of smoky ridges fade into the distance. During our stay, we traveled the parkway twice, first from near Wares Valley outside Gatlinburg to US 321 near Townsend, and later from US 321 near Townsend all the way to US 129 at Chilhowee. In late October, the parkway was painted with deep reds, bright oranges, and golden yellows, with evergreens adding contrast throughout the drive. Each overlook provided views across the valleys and rolling mountains. With gentle rises and curves revealing new scenery at every turn, the Foothills Parkway in the fall becomes more than just a drive. It's a slow, scenic journey through the beauty at the edge of the Great Smoky Mountains. Driving the Foothills Parkway between Gatlinburg and Townsend. Beautiful reds, they're popping. And we stopped at an overlook. The colors were prime at 4,000 to 6,000. That's when we were at Chilhowee. And colors are starting to show up at 3,000, but they're starting to peak at 2,000 to 3,000 is what we read this morning. Beautiful environment. Love the Smokies. Another overlook along the Foothills Parkway. Kind of neat seeing the edges of the tops of the mountains. Another section that goes from Townsend south to US 129. So we got a lot of traffic over on this one. People heading to the tail of the dragon. our lunchtime view just off at an overlook off the Foothills Parkway. Sun is trying to come out. Near the end of our stay at Cades Cove, we explored the area further with a drive along Tremont Road to the Great Smoky Mountains Institute at Tremont, an environmental education and research center. Tremont Road leads to the Institute and access to several hiking trails, following the middle prong of the Little River as it winds through the dense forest. Along the way, the steady sound of rushing water accompanies the drive, with small waterfalls rippling through the rocks beside the road. On our last day in the Smokies, we drove the entire Cades Cove Loop road on a gray and rainy day. The Cades Cove Loop road is one of the most traveled roads in the Smoky Mountains. We had only driven a portion of the loop earlier on beautiful days to access the Ridge Mountain Road and the Parson Branch Road on our off-road adventures. This 11-mile one-way loop takes visitors back in time to give you a glimpse of the Smoky Mountain history when hundreds of settlers lived in this valley surrounded by the mountains. Along the Cades Cove Loop, there are many historic structures, wildlife, and gorgeous views. We're driving up the road to the Tremont Institute. This is just on the road going in up to Cades Cove. Tremont Road. The stream coming downhill as we're driving up, there are waterfalls everywhere. It's October 26th. The colors here at probably 1,000 feet are probably at their peak. Clearly a popular spot for people to hit the trailhead. Let's see what Willow's up to. Ooh, she doesn't like it when we leave the Jeep. Heading home tomorrow. It's October 27th. Quite an interesting look at Cades Cove when the rainy, cloudy day. Totally different look. What a wonderful trip Sue, Willow, and I had in the Great Smoky Mountains. From staying at one of our favorite campgrounds along the Little River, to taking in the sweeping views from Kewohi, the highest point in the Smokies, and the peak fall colors we found along the Blue Ridge Parkway, each day brought something memorable. We explored quieter corners of the park that few people experience during our first off-road adventures in the Jeep on the secluded and beautiful Rich Mountain Road and Parson Branch Road. Scenic drives on the Foothills Parkway and our favorite route, the Little River Gorge Road, rounded out our time in the mountains. With sweeping views, brilliant colors, and moments of peaceful solitude, the Smokies once again reminded us why they are such a special fall destination and why we look forward to our next visit. And once again, we want to thank you for watching Dave and Sue Travels.